times on Friday night. 6 different goal scorers found the back of the net. Westlake, Lindbergh, Kay, Toole, and McKinstray, along with Carruthers, scored for the Canucks as we are underway with the opening face-off going in favor of the Junior Canadians. They get it down low after the starting netminder for the Canucks is Mihailo Karovic. Smothers up the first shot. Karovic this season having a fantastic year. Comes into the game with a record of 2-1. Has a save percentage of .935 so far for the Niagara Falls Canucks. A goals against average of 2.35. Shot right down to the doorstep. Turned aside by Karovic as that was Spabeni. Spabeni now to the backhand. Tries to throw that one in front, but it's picked up by the Canucks. And out they come, 2-on-2. Spabeni chasing back. He's able to tie up his man. And, well, they'll play the St. Mary's Lincolns their first game on Saturday morning. They'll also play on Sunday, so 2 games, no home game here in Welland next Sunday. They'll be in Pelham at the GOJHL Showcase Tournament. Puck battle down low. Lindbergh rimmed it around. Back for Welland now. Chipped in. The captain of Peter Spameni. This is the top line for Welland of Loughnane, Spameni, and Muscolzi. They've put up the most numbers. Muscolzi off to a great start as he put up 3 last home game as he was right there on the doorstep, but he shoveled it right in to the chest protector. Lubert slowly taking his time on the breakout, allows a full Welland change. Shot was dumped in. Now it comes to the near side. Played in by Muscolzi. Loughnane shot goes off the stick of Will Bray, and we get a stoppage with 12:26 left in the opening period. Belize obviously looking for a better start in the season. As I mentioned, he has a goals against average of 5 with a save percentage of .833 so far through just 2 games of work. This is Welland's 4th game of the season. And Belize had a terrific half season with Welland last year after joining the team from the Thorold Blackhawks, picked up at a trade. As here is Batrahanov. Batrahanov, the newest defenseman, teamed up with an affiliate player of Carson Dickinson, the 3rd pairing for the Junior Canadians tonight. Deep pairings tonight, Will LePage with Adam Clark, the top pairing. That is Trevisiani and Lubert. And Batrahanov and Dickinson round out the 6 defenders. Face off now to the left of Nico Belize. Top line out for Welland. Spabeni to the backhand, and able to win the draw. Shoveled around by Dickinson. That'll be played out and controlled by Story. Kept into the line, Spabeni. Had a little bit of speed, but was unable to hold on to that bouncing puck. 2-on-1 for the Canucks. De Silva tried to throw that one across the crease. It goes wide. Now to the far side. Huge hit from the trailing winger Muscolzi. Now the puck is played right behind the net of Belize. Welland gets lucky with that one as that puck went right into the no man's land, right in high slot territory. But it went back to the point. Tipped out front, right off the pad of Belize. That's his 7th shot of the game. Welland unable to clear once again. Just trying to get that puck out once again. Welland trying to just kind of gather their thoughts and find the way they were playing in the first couple of minutes of this game, as they have had no control here in the last couple of minutes. And now Muscolzi, who just tries to get that one out, will put it right into the Welland bench. So sloppy play in the Welland end cost Welland their 1-0 lead, and now the referees are coming together here. And it looks like it'll be an icing call that'll be overturned by the official, Colton Herkak. So Westlake, who scored on Friday night, has now got a goal here in Welland as well. One of the easier goals he'll score is he's right on the doorstep and had pretty much an empty net, as Belize had no chance to slide over, and that puck went out of play as well, and the faceoff will stay deep in the Niagara Falls end. Something Welland has not really done is played with leads. They've only led a couple of times. They've scored the opening goal of a game only once this year, and that is back in the first game of the season. Shot right out front. That was Spumeni. He tried to get his own rebound. Welland led 1-0 against the St. Catharines Falcons at the Seymour Hand of the Arena a couple of Fridays ago, but since then they have not had another opening goal in a game. This time they score first, and Niagara Falls finds an answer just 8 minutes later. Bumping bodies collide here on the near side as the battle continues in the corner. Niagara Falls player taken down by Dickinson, no call. Spumeni reverses and now goes up the near side. Niagara Falls player down right in front of the official. Westlake had the first one, Gehrig the second one now. And it is now 2-1 for the Niagara Falls Canucks. So once again, Welland will have to play from behind here. Out come the Junior Canadians. Unable to gain the line, but that's not going to make it for an icing call. Off the near wall. Loughnane was unable to keep that puck in. Past Lubert. Trevisiani now for Welland. Good pressure from the Canucks here, once again causing havoc for Welland's defenders. Welland unable to clear the zone a lot in this first period. Rebound. Battle continues rather right in the near far side corner. Back to the point for the Canucks. Shot goes off a couple of bodies, and it'll go right back behind the goal of Belize. Battle continues as it goes back to the point. Fanned on the shot was Petkovic. Unit out, and out comes Welland. It's a 1-on-2. As that'll see Miskolci, Spumeni, and Loughnane. The top line with normally Tamakis and Bonsignor, which is 5 forwards. The risky running with putting 5 forwards on the ice, of course, is not a lot of defensive capabilities coming. But a shot on goal. Rebound up front. Scores! Welland finally has a power play goal. The 4th game of the year is where it will come. And it's a 2-2 game. And the Junior Canadians make them pay on the power play. So Billy Loughnane, the Furlong, Pennsylvania native, will make it a 2-2 game for Welland as that was thrown out front. Took a couple of chips and hops, finally up and over the pad of Karovic. And Loughnane just right there to jam it home to make it a 2-2 game. Netminder Karovic having a issue with by Lubert, period. Cross ice dump in for Spumeni. Spumeni takes it behind the goal, thrown out front. Could Skolzia the puck in the puck ice dump in for Skolzia out front in the high slot. Ice dump in for who now will be a part of the Brock Badgers. Riva starts high slot. Back to Petkovic. Tipped in. Caught by Lubert. Lubert now turns the puck over. His second huge turnover of the period. Welland now trying to come out with a little bit of speed here. Just 2 and change left here in the opening period. Cross ice dump in for Spumeni. Spumeni takes it behind the goal. Thrown out front. Couldn't get any mustard on that one. Was Cody Miskolci out front in the high slot. And that'll come out high enough that they'll have to clear the zone. Karovic plays it for his defenseman. Here's Will Bray. Puck is chipped off the stick of Carruthers. Taken over by Welland now with 1:45 to go here in the opening period. Spumeni applying pressure. The pass connects. Offside the call, though, as they couldn't believe how close of a call that was for Welland. And for the Canucks, it was Westlake and Lindbergh. 2-2 is where we sit. Spencer Tangway here to call another Junior Canadians game here on Hockey TV. Glad you could be join us and be a part of this one. Spumeni keeps that one in. Shot high, and that'll whistle all the way back down the ice. Icing, of course, waved off as Belize comes out, and he'll leave that for Clark. Clark sends the one off the stick of Loughnane. Back come the Canucks now. Past LePage. Clark around the dasher board. Out come the Junior Canadians. Touching up as they were offside. Miskolci finishes his check. High up off the glass, back to 3-2 Niagara Falls, 15:38 left to go here in the second period of play. Not much Nico Belize can do on that one. He made a couple of key saves, but both times Welland was unable to clear that puck. So sloppy play defensively for Welland has now given the Canucks a 3-2 lead. Welland in the first period had a lot of good things happen once they got the puck over Niagara
center,
Falls. Canucks lead. Once they've been tough start to the second period here for the Junior Canadians as they have given up back-to-back goals in just less than a minute's time. So a new puck comes in, and we are back underway. Welland now have a little bit of a hole to climb out of as they trail the Canucks 4-2. Puck battle here on the near side. Played to the line and out, so Welland will have to clear. This is the top line on for Welland, Miskolci, Spumeni, and Loughnane. As Loughnane continues the battle, Miskolci comes in to support. Huge hit now by the captain, Spumeni, on the near side. Captaincy group named today for the Junior Canadians. Peter Spumeni, the Youngstown, New York native, will lead this Junior Canadian lineup. Owen Hensby and Miskolci named the assistant captains. Shot on the near side. Rebound, tried to just throw that one on front, and it'll go through the crease, whistling wide. Welland now comes in across the line. Lubert goes off the leg of Evan Story and wide. Big hit on the far wall. Shoveled out, but that'll be right back in. Belize comes out of the goal, and he'll leave that for Batrahanov. Batrahanov tied up. Now to Dickinson. Dickinson up into the middle. Through the stick of Loughnane. Back comes the top line. Miskolci, two Canucks taken away from him as the puck goes to the far side of the ice. Here's Carruthers. Stepping up and pinching is LePage. As LePage and Clark, the top pairing for Welland, right back on the ice. Here's Spumeni. Spumeni comes in across the line onside as he's able to dance and keep that puck in his feet. Kept in at the line by Loughnane. Loughnane takes down his man. Spumeni threw it right back down to Loughnane, but a pass was intercepted by the Canucks. LePage tried to get that to Loughnane across the ice, but it goes off a stick and up and over the Junior Canadian bench. 11-18 to late in that first period to go 2-2, and then it's been a seesaw battle back and forth. Two quick goals to start the period for the Canucks. Welland answered. And it's a 4-3 game. Welland on the power play. Top line in the power play. This is the top unit. Spumeni. Lubert will quarterback it up top. Spumeni. Slap shot goes off the right leg of Karovic. Lindbergh trying to get that puck out. He does. And De Silva just trying to get that one in deeper. Now over to the far side for Billy Loughnane. Loughnane over to Bonsignor here on the near side. Welland slowly coming in the zone. Shot goes off the pad, and it just squirted out right behind the net. Bonsignor was unable to find it. Welland able to keep that puck in, though. Loughnane the shot. That went up off the stick of Lindbergh. Keeping it in. Good job by Lubert. Lubert now to Spumeni. Spumeni the shot. That's going to go high and wide. Lubert once again. Spumeni wants that shot like Alex Ovechkin right in that circle. Rebound, Ovechkin, but it's blocked. What a good block by Lindbergh, who just happened to be standing in the perfect spot. Now Lubert. Spumeni clearly the shooter of this power play. Bonsignor on the far side. Loughnane causing a lot of havoc in the middle with Miskolci. Puck went off the American flag. The whistle is the correct call as it went off the flag. Right off one of the state kind of star. 5:33 to go. Junior Canadians trail the Canucks 4-3. Glad you could join us. Clark sends the one around the far wall. Top line back on the ice. Spumeni He collects that one on the backhand. Spumeni tried to get that one to Loughnane out front. Loughnane has the second goal of the game for the Junior Canadians tonight. Kept in at the line. Loughnane the shot. Tried to go 5-hole, but it'll be Karovich sliding in across to make the save. And the Canucks get bailed out by the netminder with 5:08 to go here in the second period. Both these teams really struggling defensively in their zone. But you look at the flip side of that. It's been an offensive night. 7 goals so far. Not a lot of great scoring chances, but the Junior Canadians and Niagara Falls Canucks have found a way to take advantage of all these missed opportunities defensively from both teams. Puck will be sent down low. Back into the middle. Welland is offside. They have to touch up, so they're going to go back. He's itching to get out of the penalty box. Penalty has expired, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. So another killed off penalty for Welland. Blocker save. That's 5 straight shots now for the Canucks. 2:08 to go here in the second period. Belize out on top of the blue paint. Able to grab that loose puck. Is some pushing and shoving now, as that's number 55 for the Canucks of Diago da Silva. All tied up with Spumeni, I believe. So no love lost between these two teams. These two teams have a good history dating back all the way to Terry Masterson days when they were still playing at Memorial. Then, of course, the Gale Center era, where the Niagara Falls Canucks were able to defeat the Junior Canadians in a semifinal round of the playoffs, I believe, about 5 or 6 years ago. So these two teams have a lot of history. Taken down, and that'll be a penalty coming against the Canucks. Cannot believe it. I thought it was coming against Welland, but the Welland Junior Canadians will get a huge break. It'll be a holding call against Landon Toole. And he will go to the box, and the Junior Canadians power play will have another opportunity and a chance to tie this game up at 4. Junior Canadians on the ice with the top power play unit. Lubert at the point. Over to Bonsignor, and he sets up. Spumeni, of course, and Lubert will play on top of those circles. Lubert up top, and Miskolzy and Loughnane will cause all the havoc in front of the net. Loughnane kind of a give-and-go passes. He'll go right in front of the blue paint. Now to Lubert. Spumeni the shot. Traffic's in front. Rebound. Throw it right on the goal. Rebound again. Spumeni elects to just pull that one. Now to his forehand. Lubert really pinching in from the point. Spumeni, time and space. Shot. That one had eyes, but it just missed wide. Rebound. One-timer rather. Good block, though, from Carruthers. Lindbergh now. Rebound out front. Right on top of the paint, and it's just right through a couple of sticks. Welland had so many opportunities to put it a 4-4 game. This game picking up a little bit here as we get set for the final 20 minutes. Glad you could join us. Spencer Tangway here to call today's game on Hockey TV as Riley Redebank, the camera operator, brings you the pretty pictures as we are underway here in the third period. Welland's 5 seconds remaining on that power play is over as the penalized player of Toole has been released, and Welland now 1 for 4 with the man advantage. Niagara Falls 1 for 2 in the game on the power play. Key focus, though, for Welland was just get a lot more chances and have a good showing with the special teams. They really haven't had much practice on it. Only a couple of times they've been able to practice it in their last 2 practices this week. But head coach Burkholder admitted, again, they'll take responsibility for that, but he wants his team to be able to kind of go out and perform and put the hard work in. Make sure everyone's on the same page. As they are 20 minutes away, just have to win this third period to at least get a point and take this one to overtime. Niagara Falls looking to sweep this home and home against the Junior Canadians as they won 6-2 on Friday night. Puck battle here on the near side. That'll go back to Bray at the point. Both off a couple of third and fourth goals. Up high over the blocker of Karovich. Loughnane Dumps that puck in. Good pressure from Welland. Keeps that puck deep in the Niagara Falls end. Out come the Canucks, though. Delayed icing is on, and they'll get a stoppage with 15:06 left in the third period. As I mentioned, be sure to visit next weekend at the Accipiter and Loughnane Arena, a part of the Meridian Community Centre in Pelham. The Greater Ontario Golden Horseshoe Conference will all be participating in the GOJHL Showcase Tournament. Welland will take on St. Mary's on Saturday morning. That's a 10:30 start, their next game. They'll be on the ice for a couple of practices this week before getting ready to take on the St. Mary's Lincolns. Lincoln's off to an 0-2 start. It'll be the only look Welland will get to see from the Midwest and Western conferences. Chipped up. Welland blew a tire, though. That was LePage right at center. Looks to believe he lost his neck guard, maybe. Off the dasher board here on the near side. Tamakis slow to get that one in the zone. They nearly went offside, but they were able to just get in time. Tamakis now, he gets stripped of the puck here on the near wall. Puck gets pushed in deep, but they're offside, so Kay and company will come back to the blue line. 12 minutes and a little bit of change left to go here in the third period. Miskolci. Top line back on the ice for Welland as Spumeni goes to the net. Spumeni on the backhand off a couple of sticks. That's going to just go through the D, and chasing after it is Carson Dickinson. He's being bothered by Sam Ofstafson. Offside at the line, and the Junior Canadians get bailed out by the blue line. Face-off comes just outside the Welland Jr. Canadian bench. Top line still on the ice for Welland as Spumeni wins the draw. Top D pairing as well. Loughnane trying to battle in there in the near corner for the Junior Canadians. Miskolci's tripped up, no call. Miskolci trying to just shovel that one away from Robillard. As there's a pretty dangerous hit, no call on the far wall. Shot goes wide. Miskolci now trying to chase after it for Welland. The puck comes into the neutral zone. LePage. No tip as Miskolci still got the puck for the Canucks. And boy, now it's kept into the line by the defenseman and the captain Lindberg. High chip, not going to get out of the zone. Now it finally does as it's chipped by the forward, but it's the Canucks' Toole who has it back in his own end. Here's Toole. 4 Canadians back in the zone as they come across the line 3-on-4. Toole looked like he's a little bit frustrated now as he's trying to go hunting. Icing is waved off as they just get across the red line. Top line back out for Welland as Miskolci now joins the top line. Right in reach of Lubert as he's able to get a stick on it. Lubert, of course, had that 4th and tying goal. Trevisani. Backhand pass, that'll go right to Bray. Not out, though. Bray across the line to McKinstray. Now the captain, Spumeni. Spumeni tries to go around Mahoney. He does, off the far wall. Shot turned aside off the blocker of Karovich. Out comes Westlake. Now the Canucks with speed. 3-on-2 for the Junior Canadians now if they hurry. Carruthers, that'll go in 2-on-1. And streaking in is Jack Orman. The shot off the blocker of Nico Belize. And Orman goes hard into the net. And we get a stoppage. And we'll see where the officials have the face-off. They've not signaled where that face-off will be. But the face-off is going to stay deep in the Welland end to the left of Nico Belize with 5:58 to go in a 4-4 game. Key face-off now as we inch closer and closer to the end of regulation time as Belize will have that puck go right to him and he'll just put his glove on top of that one for a whistle. Shots this period, 6-5 Welland as there's Niagara Falls 6 to make it 6-6. 36-31 in favor of Welland so far as Belize is able to stop another one. And the officials really putting the whistles away here, as this has been a chippy kind of who's going to get the last shot game. Kind of old school and grinding hockey here. Who's going to be able to find that loose puck? Who's going to be able to jam home the garbage? Welland deep in their own end. Once again struggling to get it out. It's right on the doorstep. They thought they'd scored short side high, but it went off the blocker of Belize and then the side of the net. Players still hacking and whacking behind the play, but it's a 2-on-2 for Welland across the line. Welland to the doorstep. Korovic took a bump. Now the puck is played by Welland on the far side. Top of the circle, though. Went off the defender, Bray. Goes through the blue paint, and now it's back on the far side of the ice. Trevisani pinched in. The puck comes out of the blue line, though, and Welland needs to tag up as they're offside. The puck gets sent across. But there's 3 Canuck players, and it finally chips out of the zone somehow. Tamakis for Welland. He's on his backhand, throws that one out front. He had Monsignor, but he was unable to get any sort of wood on it. Now Tamakis once again. Tamakis had 2 goals last Sunday night here in Welland. Loughnane now, as the top line really logging a lot of minutes here for Burkholder and the bench staff. Welland hearing the chirps and the boos from the Niagara Falls side. Thought they had too many men on the ice, but the change was good as Miskolci applies pressure for Welland. Here's Westlake. 3-on-2 come the Canucks across the line. Played up for Miskolci. Has nobody with him, though. Lubert is coming in way late. Miskolci to the net. He gets taken down. Lubert out front. Rebound. Kick save. And it's a beauty. His best save tonight from Korovic. Back cover. They'll be 74 seconds short of at least getting a point. Top line, of course, here in the top power play unit. Belize at the top of the circle. Not been given the green light to go to the bench yet, as we have 60 seconds remaining. Now he goes to the bench. The extra attacker coming on is Tamakis. Lubert to the 6th attacker, Tamakis. Plays catch. Spamani right where he wants to be. On top of that, Alex Ovechkin kind of copy-written face-off circle. Lubert tried to send that one across, but that'll go off the stick. And it'll be sent back in deep from McKinstry. 35 seconds to go. Welland down to their last push here on the man advantage. This is their 5th power play of the game. They're 1 for 4 tonight. Sent back in deep, just wide of the goal. Here's Spameni now. Cycling the puck, trying to go deep and gain some speed in their own end as they come across the red line. Spameni unable to get the puck in. Spameni took a stick right in the neck. Both officials missed that as Kay got his stick right up in the neck of Spameni. Icing's going to be waved off as it went off the linesman. Now a huge hit on the far wall. The buzzer is going to sound, and the junior Canadians will fall 5-4 to the Niagara Falls Canucks, as the Canucks